Good morning and welcome back to the Weiner Wellness Week right here at World of Wellness. And you are in for a special treat this morning. Jamie Dorley, CEO and owner, is going to be presenting for us on Beauty Complete and being ageless, the power of peptides and keeping our lovely, beautiful hair and skin. I love it. So, Jamie, I'm excited. Thank you for being here.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Tracy, of course, for doing an incredible job on this event. Thanks to Phil on the board. Thanks to our awesome staff. And thanks to the beautiful community of Pittsburgh and throughout Western PA and Ohio. We have people coming from all over, and you can participate in any which way you want. Come down live. We are open. We have free, healthy, organic food. We have samples to try. The juice bar is open. We got people here to answer questions, samples to take with you, literature, free testing. It's a fantastic event. We're here all day today. So come on down. You don't need to be a patient. You don't need to have ever been here before. You don't need an appointment. All you need to do is show up, and we're here to help you. So thanks so much. If you want to buy anything, it's on deep discounts. You can participate live. You can do the live stream. You can do curbside pickup, or we can ship anything to you. So whatever you need, we're here for you right at 2419 Baldwick Road. If you want to give us a call, you can call us at 412-922-WELL. That's 412-922-9355. Thanks so much. Nice seeing you, bud. So we got the full build out done. We're here ready to go with a full staff, and we are excited. So this is a very important topic because Beauty Complete, you got Tracy Beauty, and I've been called the Beast. So Beauty and the Beast here. We're going to go through this great presentation, and we have some incredible research on this new peptide technology. So Beauty Complete is a new formula that we have, and we'll go through some of the background. Before we do, let's talk a little bit about the Wellness Center and what we have here for you. So it's World of Wellness and the Weiner Wellness Week. My partner, the international icon, the late, great Dr. James Weiner. Without him, we would all not be here. And we've rebranded the Wellness Center World of Wellness. And as the legacy continues with the Weiner Wellness Week, this is an event we do 5 times a year that we really created this event so you can have a wellness experience, because you want to learn art. There's plenty of museums, music, whatever you're into. But where do you go to learn about wellness? Where do you go, Tracy, to learn about wellness?
Oh, I go to all kinds of sources, mostly PubMed. But actually, Jamie, I learn from peers more than anything. You know, people that are in the industry, because the experience is the best way to learn.
Yeah, and that's the idea we're doing this week. So we have some great headline speakers this week. Robert Scott Bell. I mean, if anyone has more passion than this guy, let me know who it is. He's been fighting for medical freedoms. And the interesting thing with Robert is that he shares his very unique story that he was suffering from diseases that you normally get when you're older as a young kid, similar to what I dealt with, autoimmune conditions. We have Dr. Ashley Rozzi. She's on the staff here as a naturopathic doctor, helping with a lot of female health, but also meets with males. She does weight loss, GI, and she got some unique technology she uses with the Zyto. And of course, we have Robert Young that will be speaking this week. So some great speakers. So that's what we have going on this week. Let's talk a little bit about the wellness team and what can you experience at the Wellness Center. So we are an open clinic that you can come and see healthcare professionals. What we do is we evaluate you and we customize the program, and we're not chasing the cure. We're looking for the cause. And working with Doc and this great team all these years, we find what the cause is, and we fix the cause, we can fix the issue. So we have chiropractic, we have muscle therapy, we have the laser technology, which has been one of the most interesting technologies I've been exposed to for pain, scar tissue, tight muscles, recovery, whatever it may be. We have the compression boots. We have naturopath, we have allergy elimination, we have the full store. So we have services for everybody, and it's not a one size fits all. We actually customize the programs, and then you can participate with education any which way you like it. Believe it or not, Phil, I know you're shocked because I look so young, but I've been at this. It'll be my 30-year anniversary in December. Originally it was community health, but public health. I worked in fitness and nutrition, and for the last 20 plus years, helping healthcare professionals and patients and clients like you implement a lifestyle program so we can get you back on a wellness program. A lot of people are just taking vitamins. We want you on a wellness program that's customized for you. So let's jump into the presentation. You know, when people ask, well, what's the difference on what you guys do? There's no shortage of vitamins out there, Tracy, right? People can buy vitamins from anywhere, right? But when you look at how Nutritional Frontiers actually puts together these formulations, this is me and Rashid actually at one of our fish oil plants. So we do the due diligence of creating the formulations based on what we're trying to accomplish, selecting the right ingredients, testing the ingredients, looking at the research, putting the formula together, get some case studies going, and then we do a full launch. And that's exactly what we did when we go to the next one on this Beauty Complete. Everything that we make is made in a certified manufacturing facility. So that guarantees two things, purity and potency. Everything you buy from the Wellness Center is guaranteed 100% for purity and potency. So if we say it's dairy-free, you're assured 100%. And by choice, we don't use any of these ingredients that a lot of the cheaper vitamins use. So we're not using colors and dyes and additives, and even our whey protein is lactose-free. So very clean formulations. In fact, we actually have a full line of liquid organic herbs that have nothing but herbs in them. So let's go to the next one. These are some of the trademarked ingredients that we utilize, right? You can buy generic ingredients or the trademark. Morning, folks. How we doing? Thanks so much for coming by today. So we do the trademarked ingredients because they come with research for safety and efficacy. Nutritional Frontiers is still a young company. We take a lot of pride in the formulations, and we currently use over 50 trademarked ingredients, including the Cinitine, which is a peptide we're going to talk about today for hair, skin, and nails. So there's Beauty Complete right there. Hair, skin, nails, and joints. And it's not one ingredient. We put together a comprehensive formulation based on our last 10 years of research in the Wellness Center. We actually combined a couple of formulations that we used before. I've been using this formula for about 6 weeks, and I do notice my nails are a lot stronger. They don't break, and I've been having to get them trimmed a lot sooner than normal. The skin's getting better. The hair, well, you know, 2 out of 3 ain't so bad. So we'll work on the hair as we go. So let's go to the next one. Here's the formulation. We're going to break down some of these ingredients. So when we look at someone who's having challenges, maybe your nails are brittle, right? Maybe they split real easily, right? Maybe they don't grow real strong. Maybe your skin has blemishes or it's not healing right, or you're aging quicker, right? Maybe the hair is thinner, more brittle, or not as glowing. These are the type of nutrients that we find people are deficient in. A couple of B vitamins, B7 and B8, right? So we have biotin and folate, vitamin C. So that will address the nutritional deficiencies. Then when we think of Beauty Complete, we're really thinking of repairing damaged tissue. We're thinking about regenerating new tissue. And then we're going to rebalance your hormones so we can prevent some of the loss of some of these tissues. So think about repair, regenerate, and then rebalance. So let's go to the next one. So the first thing we look at is biotin. This is B7. It's often deficient in most people, especially if you're having challenges with hair, skin, and nails. Biotin has been proven to regenerate just by itself. There's a tremendous amount of studies out there. They show published studies, statistical significance, and about 6,000 micrograms per day. But biotin deficiency is very common with people that have problems with hair, skin, and nails. Tracy, in your practice, have you found that to be common?
Yeah, actually very common. And, you know, I mean, it has become a norm that people just accept it, and it shouldn't be. So a lot of these age-related things, Jamie, that we're getting used to, unfortunately, you know, shouldn't be something that we accept. It shouldn't be just an accepted norm, because people can age and be ageless.
Yeah, and some people do real well just on biotin, right? It's been proven just by itself with published studies. Within 90 to 180 days, people show significant improvement in these types of tissues. You got to remember too, B vitamins are very deficient because they're water soluble and use them up every day. So if you're under stress, if you have a lot of things going on in your life, it could be any type of stress, just problem solving, thinking, right? Those normal things of life deplete B vitamins. And what do people do for stress? Caffeine, sugar, nicotine, alcohol, right? These things all further deplete the B vitamin. So one of the first things I put people on is our Super B Complete. And the specific B vitamin, B7, biotin here in the Beauty Complete, really important that you get your B vitamins in every day, especially in the stressful world we're in today. Let's go to the next one. So this is awesome, this ingredient. So Cinitine is actually a peptide called keratin. Cinitine is a trademark version. This has been proven at 500 milligrams per day by itself to regrow hair, skin, and nails. So in just 2 caps a day of the Beauty Complete, you're getting a therapeutic dose of this ingredient in. So nice, we can go to the next one. The nice thing with this is that this is actually a peptide. So peptide technology is really new. You see this in a lot of anti-aging clinics. A lot of the peptides are injectable. This is actually an oral version. What does a peptide mean? It means that we took 18 amino acids and connected them together. And that chain and sequence of proteins will actually turn things on in the body. In this example, we want hair growth, hair regeneration, and we want skin growth. So it's a type of protein that makes up your hair, keratin. That's a generic. The Cinitine is a trademark version. But the people that utilize this show that their hair is more glowing, the skins are stronger, and their skin actually repairs much better. So we've been working with the Cinitine for the last few years. We decided to update the formula with Beauty Complete. So you get a comprehensive formula. You don't have to take 2 and 3 products. You can take one at only 2 capsules per day. Because Trace, I know the big thing that you are always concerned with for your patients is that compliance, right? Isn't that the biggest issue?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to make it livable, the protocols.
Yeah. So for 2 caps a day, for less than $2 a day, you can get a comprehensive solution for hair, skin, nails, and joint, because the keratin, the Cinitine that we use, is actually marketed 2 different ways. One of it's marketed for hair, skin, and nails. The same exact ingredient is marketed for joint health. So our team would say a PSE, a positive side effect of this, is you get extra rebuilding blocks for joint tissue too. And that's the idea. I know you were talking earlier, like with the kids' health, you're going to be talking about. We want to do lifestyle programs and comprehensive nutritional solutions so that you get positive effects across the board, not just in one area. That's why we don't do a lot of single nutrients. We want to get a comprehensive solution and maximize your results. So if you look at it, this is some of the cost that you would pay if you went to a high-end medical spa or salon to get this type of ingredient, right? So keratin treatment pricing, if you have short hair, is $250. Longer hair could be as much as $300 to $400. So you can get about almost a year's worth of the Beauty Complete for the price you would pay for 1 treatment at a salon. So we like getting those treatments. However, we have another solution that we think is really more affordable and more therapeutic for you, and that is the Beauty Complete, 2 caps per day, and everything's on sale this week. So we look at Cinitine, the HNS, that's hair, nails, and skin. They have another version for joints. The Cinitine is the keratin peptide. This is a trademark patented research formulation, and there's been research on hair care. So it actually bonds with the hair in the body and reduces hair loss from washing. A lot of times people use abrasive shampoos. We have some natural shampoos available at the Wellness Center. You also help with the hair strength. A lot of times the hair is real brittle or you have these dead ends, so it'll help with that. And even I know we joke around a lot on our team, but Kara that works at Nutritional Frontiers, her hair is glowing. She's only been on this about 6 weeks. So that's the hair part. Nail, of course, binding of the nail, improves strength, elasticity, and moisture retention. Well, why is moisture retention so important? Because when you get more fluid in the tissue, it can bring nutrients in and waste products out. So I've noticed a lot of improvement with my nails. I haven't had to go get my pedicure and manicure as much more often, Phil. So they are getting stronger and are getting results in a very short period of time. The other thing is skincare, right? It reduces the fine lines and wrinkles because when somebody, think about a smoker, Tracy, you can usually spot those a mile away, right? Because they have a lot of wrinkles because their skin is dehydrated. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so the tissue is dehydrated, right? So this formula actually helps with fluid retention in the skin, and that can ease down the wrinkles. And as you're remodeling, you're always rebuilding new tissue, right? Your body's a manufacturing plant that never stops building. The challenge is if you don't have the right nutrients, you don't remodel as well, right? We did this big remodel at the Wellness Center. If we use really cheap ingredients and materials, it wouldn't be as strong, right? Same thing with the body. So this will actually help with wrinkles in the skin, rebuild the fine lines. And
I know you get a little parched.
Yeah, another shot.
Yeah,
I got to drive home today, Joe. Holy cow. Oh, fantastic. I think that's purples and whey.
That's Brady's Berry Blast.
Oh, triple B's. Thank you. So the Cinitine helps with firmness and elasticity in the skin. It helps with that structure and moisture retention. It's helping cool down inflammation. Think about somebody who comes in, Tracy, who has inflamed skin. Do you see that to be very common these days? It could be an allergy. It could just be their body's inflamed, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't a big underlying cause of most chronic conditions is inflammation?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The more body fat you have, the more inflammation you have.
That's
if
right.
you had an acute injury or accident, you may be under chronic inflammation for a long period of time. So this actually helps block PGE2, that's prostaglandin 2. That's an inflammatory marker. So if your skin's real inflamed or red, some people have that really hot skin, this will cool that down. The brightness, the radiance of the skin, it actually helps promote SOD, which is superoxide dismutase, and glutathione production. So these are really good antioxidants because the skin's the largest organ. It's most prone to inflammation. It's most prone to breaking down. So this is a great ingredient because it works in so many pathways, but really cooling down that inflammatory process is a key component of the Beauty Complete. So we mentioned PubMed before, right? #1 website out there for research. You can go right online and look at it. These are all the peer-reviewed studies. Tracy, can you briefly talk about what that means? Because there's a lot of newsletters out there or opinions. These are actually peer-reviewed studies. What does that mean?
Yeah, so there's clinical trials and peer-reviewed studies. And basically what that means is when they do a study or they hypothesize something, they put it into practice with research, and however you can do research on whatever the hypothesis is, whether they're going to measure the results through antimicrobial, antibacterial effectiveness. They measure it for safety. So when you have peer-reviewed studies, you have a collective body of experts in that field saying yes or no to whatever the hypothesis is. And PubMed is a third party, so it's not affiliated with any company or system. This is a group of doctors, professionals, research scientists that have come together, and they review certain products or devices for effectiveness and safety. And then they do a study on it, they do a clinical trial on it, and they come back with the results, and they discuss those results and the implementation of it into society and why it would be beneficial or not.
Yeah, that's a key point. What I heard you say right there, what really jumped out to me was they're not tied into a company, right? So you may have a lot of studies, but this is an independent, this is actually a double-blind, placebo-controlled, randomized clinical investigation of the Cinitine, which we use actually in the Beauty Complete. So it is the top level of studies available out there. There's no bias because they don't know what they're getting going into it, either a placebo, it's randomized, so they're not told ahead of time, and it's not tied into the company either. Let's go to the next one. So what they found, they looked at the effects on improving various aspects of the skin. They had 50 females. They divided it into 2 groups of 25. So it was random. Nobody knew what they were getting. It was double blind, so even the people doing the study didn't know who was getting what. They either got the Cinitine or they got a sugar pill, a placebo. And then what they did is they looked at them for 90 days to see what kind of results they got, and then they would see who took what. Let's go to the next one. So the endpoints were skin moisture, really important because you have dry skin, it's not going to heal as well, right? Dry skin is going to be more inflamed. Dry skin is going to be more flaky. You're not going to get nutrients in and waste products out because remember, your body's always building new tissue. So really important. Second was wrinkle reduction, right? So if you got a lot of wrinkles, the skin is dehydrated. It's aging at a much more rapid rate. The skin compactness, the tight, and the skin appearance. These are all measured. So the group taking the Cinitine that's in Beauty Complete by Nutritional Frontiers and only 2 capsules a day, they showed significant improvement in their skin when compared to placebo. So the conclusion was, and we just really condensed this down for purposes today, but the conclusion was that it's excellent for improving skin in 90 days or less. So let's go to the next one. They showed significant improvements in hair and nails also in further follow-up studies, right? So hair, skin, and nails were all studied under this type of investigation. So some of the formula highlights, we have the Cinitine, which is a peptide. We talked about some of the nutrients that are building blocks, B7 and B8. So we have biotin is really important, and then we have folate, which is really important. The other thing we looked at, we had mentioned earlier, of conversion. Well, why is that so important to rebalance? So think repair, regenerate, and rebalance. Well, why is it so important to rebalance hormones when we're looking at hair, skin, and nails, right? Nail pattern baldness, right? So you have testosterone in the body, and there's an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase. That enzyme takes testosterone and converts it to DHT, dihydrotestosterone, which actually presents a lot of the side effects or the androgenic effects, acne, hair loss, those types of things. So we put saw palmetto in here because that is probably most known for prostate health. One of the issues with prostate is the conversion of testosterone to DHT, and females have testosterone also. So the saw palmetto will help with the rebalancing. It's a very mild effect, but it helps rebalance the hormones. So you don't have that rapid conversion because if you have that as a male or female, you're going to have some of those androgenic effects. You can have acne, skin issues, and hair loss. Some of the other things we add in there, another B vitamin, the folic acid. Remember, B vitamin deficiency is very common in people with hair, skin, and nail loss. Okay, so we added 2 key B vitamins, B7 and B8. Vitamin C, I think we all know about that for collagen formation. It's great for skin, right? It's a great immune booster, and it's a nutrient you need when you're rebuilding collagen tissue. So a lot of the cosmeceuticals that are out there, you know, for hair, skin, and nails, will incorporate a very low amount of vitamin C. We actually use a good amount of vitamin C in this formula. And of course, the keratin, the Cinnitine that we talked about quite a bit, is in there. And I think a lot of people know about zinc these days because of COVID for immune function. Zinc is also very important for rebuilding tissue and for hormone balancing. So this formula has all the right nutrients in it and only 2 capsules per day. And there's the breakdown. So therapeutic levels, again, we want to make sure we are providing the nutrients that are often deficient, which are vitamin C, B7, biotin, and B8 folate. The building blocks for hair, skin, and nails, we mentioned the peptide blend, which is the Cinitine. Some I didn't mention yet, what I'm going to mention now is the silica, right? So we use horsetail, and it's probably the most common mineral out there is silica. It's in just about everything in the ground, right? So silica is really important for remodeling the nails. So we added horsetail in here at a very good dose. So we're going to repair, regenerate, and then rebalance with the saw palmetto. So it's a 3-pronged approach. We're hitting 3 biochemical pathways in the body, and it's a comprehensive formula, folks, so you don't have to pick and choose and try and decide this on your own. I know, Tracy, we talked about this, but how many people come into you and they have so many different products and they're trying to piece them all together? Do you find it to be very common?
Oh, yeah. And I think it's a big relief for them when I say, hey, we have a formula that has like all of these in it. And they're like, really? I can take 1 or 2 capsules instead of this handful of 27 pills? And I'm like, yes, you can.
And that was the philosophy of Nutritional Frontiers. You know, I worked with Dr. Weiner all those years. The protocols were getting so wide. I mean, this type of formula, this should be 3 and 4 products. So we put it all together. So it's more comprehensive. Your compliance is better. Then we add in the patented research trademark ingredients, and it's only 2 capsules per day. So morning, how you doing? Doing well, thank you. Thanks for coming. So there's the breakdown of the formula. It's in a veggie capsule. So really easy to take, very therapeutic, 2 capsules today. And these are all on sale this week. You can get that dose in there, therapeutic levels, for less than $2 a day. So one of the people that has been on this formula, myself included, of course, but we also have some people on our staff. Kara's 39-year-old female. She's on it for, this is a few weeks ago, 1 week, but her nails were stronger after 1 week. And she noticed that her hair was, you know, it was really bouncy and full and really shining. And she noticed that right away. It's been about 4 more weeks since she started, and she's even doing better with the formulation. So that's one great formula we have. The other thing I want to tie this into, you know, Tracy had mentioned putting all these things together, is the Shake a Day Club. You know, Brady's been passing out these shakes. What do you think, Phil?
Real good. Yeah.
Do you like it? Okay, so we got the Shake a Day Club. Tracy, what's your favorite shake?
Well, you know, my favorite combination is the Power Cleanse and the Lean Greens. So the Remove Complete kit. And I drink that every day together.
Yeah, so it's really simple, right? And the whole idea, you know, Tracy came up with Candace, and they designed this whole health pyramid, right? The Great Pyramid of Health. And the idea was the foundation she was the author on addresses all your foundations of health. These are things you have a choice every day, don't cost anything, right? Your water, your food, your movement, digestion, elimination, sleep, and emotional wellness. So you got to address your foundations. And when you build the pyramid, now you're building a lifestyle program. It's not just taking a product. So the whole idea behind the Nutritional Frontiers Great Pyramid of Health with the NF for Life lifestyle program was that you can make the right choices to assure you're building your pyramid on a solid foundation. What do you call it? If they don't, it's a quicksand. And how often do you see that?
A lot, yeah. You can't build a house of health on quicksand. It's
yeah. So if you're not getting results you want, you need to seek out a healthcare professional. We do 40 workshops this week. They're all free of cost. You know, we do accept new patients here, so it's an easy way to get involved. But you got to build on lifestyle, just like Tracy did as a certified personal trainer for years, trained by Tracy. I had a personal training business years ago because I was addressing lifestyle also. And then we created this pyramid with, you can get the whole pyramid covered in 2 formulas. Power Cleanse, which is your macronutrients and micro. So that's all your food, right? You can actually drink this as a meal. And then the Lean Greens. So the Power Cleanse, what flavor do you like, Tracy?
I like pineapple coconut. It's the best.
Oh, we agree. Here we go. This is a good day. We're agreeing, Joe, on our flavors. So the pineapple coconut, I'm going to mix them up as soon as I'm done. It tastes fantastic. It's a vegan shake, right? It's balanced with protein, carbs, fat, and fiber. In addition, it has your vitamin and mineral in it, and not just a low dose, but the therapeutic levels. So it has your food in it. It has your essential fats with coconut oil in it. It has your vitamin and mineral in it. And then when you add the Lean Greens to it, now you're getting a complete meal. That adds in the prebiotic, the probiotic, right? The enzymes, all your superfoods all in one. So if you're going to do anything every day as a shake, do the Power Cleanse and the greens together. So you can do that as a breakfast. I like it as a breakfast because I find a lot of people have a hard time in the morning getting going. You know, they may go through the drive-through. They may not eat at all. I know the intermittent fasting is a really hot program right now, but be careful when you do it because eventually you have to eat something. So your first meal of the day could be at 7 a.m. or at noon. And why not start with the Power Cleansing Greens? Because to me, that guarantees I get all my nutrients in for the day. It has all the 90 essential nutrients you need every single day. And isn't it interesting, Tracy, the days I do that shake, I feel so much better. What do you notice when you do it?
Oh, same. And what was happening to me was I wasn't getting enough nutrition. So that
Yeah.
really became my multivitamin. It became my macros. And it's something easy that I can do and that I will do. I get all my superfoods. So I think sometimes we think shakes are to help us lose weight. For me, it actually became my multivitamin and superfood.
Yeah, that's the reason I do it too, because I travel a lot. I'm on the go a lot. When I'm in my office, it's easy. I have all my vitamins there. If I'm here, it's easy. But when I'm bouncing around and flying here, I actually take the container, the empty one, I put some scoops in it, and I take it on the road, because if I don't do that shake, I'm hungrier that day. I'm not as focused. I don't have the same energy levels. And it really balances out my blood sugar too, which is a concern. So I love doing 1 scoop of each. I do add a little extra protein to it. Sometimes I put the Mag Complete powder in it, add some nice flavoring, but you can do it by itself, Power Cleanse. You can add the greens to it. It's a really easy way to start your day to assure you're getting everything in. Plus, if you travel a lot, like I do, or even if you don't, it's very expensive to eat out, right? It could be anywhere from $10 upwards, right? And I try and eat well on the road, of course, but this is a very simple way for a couple bucks a day to get all my nutrients in one shake without worrying about it. So we're here all day today at the Wine and Wellness Week at the new World of Wellness, right at 2419 Balwick Road. We got a lot of our people starting to fill in. You guys like it? So welcome back to the new facility. We got a whole day of events planned for you. You can come down and join us live. You can do the live stream. You can participate with the recording. And then you can come in and shop around. We got people to help. We got Mikey over here helping people out. We got people at the front desk. I hear the blender. Is that cranking up? Brady's Berry Blast is round 2, so we're not sure. Come on down. We have smoothies you can try right here. We got the free healthy organic food. Have you guys been outside yet for the food? I think it's getting ready to launch out there. So it's a nice event. It's beautiful today. Come on down. We're doing a lot of different things here to give you a nice wellness experience. If you purchase anything, it's on deep discounts. And we have plenty of literature, including the new catalog and the new flyer on the Beauty Complete and the SPM. So also, if you can't make it for whatever reason, right? Maybe you can't get here because of travel, or you're just not able to because of your schedule, you can simply call and we can ship you out anything. You still get the discount. So a lot of people participate that way. The phone number is 412-922-WELL. That's 412-922-9355. And if you need direction, you can call the office or go right to the website. So I just want to highlight a couple of other speakers today. I have a couple more minutes left here. So at 10 o'clock, we have Mike Gallagher, who's been with Nutritional Frontiers about a dozen years. He's been in the industry over 25. Very passionate and very great educator. And he's going to be talking about what's new at Nutritional Frontiers. Tracy, do we have anything new at Nutritional Frontiers?
We have a lot new at Nutritional Frontiers. So I don't know how Mikey's going to do it in 50 minutes, but he said there'll be cliff notes.
Yeah, one of the new formulas, and I know we don't want to take too much time away from him, but is the SPMs, right? The SPMs, I've noticed I've been taking them, and all those little aches and pains seem to be gone. My shoulder was really flared up. I can get my arm all the way back now. I couldn't put my arm like that about 6 weeks ago. So the SPMs are fantastic as a anti-inflammatory, and they clean up some of the debris that is occurring when you have acute or chronic inflammation. Can you highlight the SPMs at all, Tracy? I know this is a really hot topic. We've been getting a lot of questions on this.
Yeah, these are SPMs, stands for Specialized Pro-Resolving Mediators. These are natural in all of our bodies. It's nothing new. It's just new research because they've become so important regarding inflammation and what have seen in the last 2 years with this viral load and the cytokine storm. So they really started to look at how can we help the body control inflammation that's resulting from an infection, like a virus or something like that. So what they did was they studied SPMs for COVID in particular and found that not only does it regulate the correct response, so when you get sick, you get a viral attack, or even if you get cut or you have surgery or whatever that looks like, that's going to create an inflammatory response in your body. These specialized pro-resolving mediators, they actually help regulate that to the right amount of inflammation. And then it actually activates the second arm, which is the repair. So not only does it calm the storm, but then it brings in the guys that repair everything. And that's what differs between using an SPM versus like an NSAID.
Right.
So it's a big thing because NSAIDs, they don't do the second half and they do the first half way too much. So SPMs are a great addition to our line. They've been a game changer for me in my practice. I recommend them for everybody because lifestyle, if you have stress, if you don't sleep, all those little things, that's what detracts our body's ability to actually produce our own. So we've come out with a formula that's just going to fill that gap for you until you can regulate your own inflammation again. And they're safe across the board. Like everybody can take them, from kids to animals to pregnant women. I mean, we've left no one behind on this supplement.
Yeah, in our training, the analogy I really liked is, you know, if you have a fire going on and then the smoke alarm goes off, right? What NSAIDs do, they just shut the smoke alarm off or pull the battery out. What the SPMs will do will actually go to the fire and cool it down so that you don't have the same inflammatory process going on that results in pain. And the great thing is, the reason we're bringing SPMs up in the Power Cleanse is that these go really well with the Beauty Complete and the Woman's Complete, right? So a Woman's Complete would be a great foundation with the Beauty Complete and then adding on SPMs. So we can customize the program for you, again, based on really what your goals are and what you're trying to accomplish. So that's a really exciting formula. Nutritional Frontiers took a lot of pride. I partnered up with a longtime colleague of ours, Todd Parker at KD Nutra, and we actually bring this formula in, the SPMs, from a pharmaceutical technology facility in Germany. So the highest standards out there. And we looked at all of the certificate of analysis on ours. We present some of the ingredients in there and some of the actives that the bigger companies don't. Either they don't know or they're not using the same type of facility. So we take a lot of pride in that. That is a top quality you're going to find in the world for SPMs. We list all the active ingredients in there, which is really important. And it's a nice formula to add on to your program. So SPMs, X-Flame, excellent. Yep. Nope, it's different. X-Flame is one of our top formulas for inflammation throughout the years. That would work well with the SPMs, right? You can take both together. Nice thing with the X-Flame is it comes in a powder or a capsule. And a lot of people utilize that and get great results. For people that aren't, we add in the SPMs, okay? And like Tracy said, it's tied into a lot of new research with everything from COVID to the inflammatory storm and the cytokine storm that's occurring with these types of people. We just mentioned earlier about a good friend of mine, you know, their friend's kid had a stroke last week at 21 years old. So there's a lot of inflammation going on out there. Tracy addressed the lifestyle concerns. So even if your lifestyle is really good, you may have some, you know, normal wear and tear that's going on from working out or just normal digestion that occurs, right? Previous injuries. So many different things. But I know they're going to be highlighting SPMs a lot more later on. Tracy, at 11, you're going to be going to the nutritional gaps in spectrum kids. And I know that's a topic really close to your heart. And we're excited about that because, you know, I didn't really see that a lot growing up, but it's become very common these days.
Yeah, 1 in 50 kids in schools in the United States have some form of spectrum disorder. And I'm just going to go through, you know, what are some of the causations of it? And it's, you know, I know everybody points to one source. It's not one source because there's kids now that are not, you know, vaccinated that are on the spectrum. So we have to look at literal food poisoning of our children. Yeah. We have to look at nutrition gaps. We have to look at metals. We have to look at parasites, gut dysbiosis. We have to look at all of it because these children, regardless of diagnoses, they can feel better. They can function better. And it's not about, you know, and for most moms of spectrum children that I work with, they're not looking for their kids to be as society deems them as normal, because to them, that's their normal. We all have our normal. But what they're looking for is just for their child to be healthier, as all moms are looking for their child to be healthier. So these are some things that we can do for even any child. But, I'm going to gear it towards spectrum kids, because I think with COVID, a lot of these things that are still really prominent in our society, like autism, like cardiovascular disease, like diabetes, like obesity, they've all been pushed to the side as if they don't exist anymore. And the whole world is focused on one virus.
Yeah,
when
and
these
it may
are
not
really the
sound like a lot.
concerns.
Yeah, when we say 1 in 50, doesn't sound like a lot, but think about 50 million kids in the country. Now it's 1 million kids, right?
Think about 50
So-
kids that your children know. So somebody. We can't ignore the problem, and we
Oh, I
have
know
to
many
help
kids,
parents.
a
Yeah.
lot of friends, kids, and
Mhm.
so we're with you. And then at 12, Joe's going to bring it home with oxygenation, which again, you can't live really long with oxygen. So thanks so much, Phil. Thanks, Dr. Tracy. I appreciate you having me on today. Beauty Complete, folks, in less than 90 days, significant improvement in hair, skin, and nails. We've gotten great results already on these ingredients, and 2 capsules a day. So it's a nice addition to Women's Complete and maybe SPM. So we'll be here all day today. Come on down, 2419 Balbuck Road. Come check out. You got free healthy food. We got great people here today. Mikey's carrying the new literature rack in. I mean, this guy never stops over here. So we're here to help you guys out. Come on down. We'll be here all day long. If you can't make it, give us a call, and let's take full advantage of everything going on today. So thanks so much, Tracy. Thanks, Phil. Thanks for everyone coming out today. Have a great day, and God bless.
See you guys.